I'm Robbie Bullough with quarterback Riley Nelson. You just got out of the cold tub.
Yep.
That's a new thing this year. Do you feel like it'll help, though?
Yeah, I mean, it's not. We've had the one in the trainer's room, but now they're making, because that only fits about 10, 15 guys, and we want everybody to be able to do it because it really does help. So if it can kind of take some of the grind off camp, then I'm all for it.
Does it help motivate you when you know that we're here waiting to talk to you, and that makes you stay in a little longer?
Yeah, it really does. That and the sun being out, it's a lot better than being in the cold training room. So
anything we can do to help?
Yeah, right. Thanks for doing that. You guys are real good motivators.
How much different is fall camp coming into it as a senior as opposed to previous years?
Not much. I know that I'm going to get, in past years I didn't know if I was going to get the opportunity, if I was even going to get reps that day, let alone get a lot of reps to improve my game. Knowing today that I can come out and work on things that I didn't do well yesterday and doing better today, that's different, and so my approach can be a little bit different that way. But it's pretty much same old, same old.
Do you feel like you're in a different position of leadership coming into this year as the starting quarterback?
Not really. Obviously more visible to the people outside the program, but as far as my interaction with my teammates and my demeanor on the field, nothing much has changed.
Anybody more vocal than you out on the practice field?
What do you mean by vocal? I mean, I'm not the biggest trash talker. There are definitely,
no, you're not a trash talker.
There are definitely more trash talkers out there. A lot more guys saying more things, but I'm
but
one
it seems
to
like
say,
you're coaching somebody up at the end of every play out there.
Well, yeah, that's what practice is for, and when we get into live settings and things like that, I'll do less of that because I want guys to not be thinking. I want their heads clear and just being athletic. But when we're out here and we're run through tempo and we're touching off and things like that, you might as well because, you don't want to let if they're not doing something quite right or exactly quite how I want it, and I let it slide, we're not getting any better. So, but it's a fine balance. You don't want to be giving guys something on every play, but you got to kind of balance that.
Yeah, and speaking of trash talkers, you're the one that always puts them in their place, I notice. If somebody's talking, Riley's going to answer back and say, hey, shut your mouth.
Yeah, I unfortunately can't stand idly by. I do sometimes, but, if a guy's getting – and I think that comes more with just being a senior statesman. I mean, I'm 24 out here and started college football in 2006. And I've been at it a long time, so I kind of feel like the grandpa who says, hey, shut up and sit down.
We talked a little bit yesterday about Max Hall coming on as a student assistant. He was the starting quarterback that you backed up. Now you have a coach, more of a mentor-student relationship. How is it having Max back on the staff?
It's fabulous. He has a lot of great insight. He knew the system inside and out, being a 3-year starter here when he was here. And then having gone and gained the experience that he gained in the NFL, he's just got a great depth of knowledge of the game of football, and especially the position of quarterback. So to have him here is a great resource, and I consider Max a very good friend of mine, and it's working out great so far. Hopefully he stays around with us.
You're able to critique yourself well, but I want you to tell me what you think your strengths are as a quarterback.
Well, I feel like my knowledge of the game probably is my biggest one, being able to know why we're calling the play that we're calling, why we're doing what we're doing, and then also knowing, okay, here are the short list of things that the defense can do against it, and if they do this, and I know we do this and this and this and this. So being able to check, always getting us in the right play, always going the right place with the ball, that's probably my biggest attribute.
What do you want to work on most in fall camp as you prepare for the season opener?
Staying mechanically sound within the pocket. My feet tend to get a little happy at times, and if I can settle those down and be more accurate and more precise with my throws, on top of being able to get outside the pocket and make plays, I think if I can do that, it'll help our team's chances of winning games.
A lot of people make a big deal of what a great mobile quarterback you are, that you're able to rush the ball. You can throw it too. How good is the passing offense going to be this season? It's
going to be fantastic. It'll be a lot more efficient. Last year, my completion percentage was lower than 60%, and that it's going to be well above that this year, and hopefully touchdown to interception ratio improves. And as we do that, it'll open up the run game, then they'll get worried about our run, and it'll open up the pass game. So as we're playing kind of that teeter-totter with defenses, it should be a fun year.
You've told me several times you're first and foremost a quarterback. Does it bother you when people focus on your mobility and the fact that you can run? Do you want people to notice that, hey, I can throw the ball too?
I don't know how effective a runner I am. I only had one touchdown last year, and it's all about putting the ball in the end zone. So I threw 19 touchdown passes and only was able to run in one. So I'm definitely more effective at scoring with my arm. So, but I don't worry about what people say. I don't. and the only kind of opinions of guys who matter is Coach Doman, Max, and then James also. James knows me as a player, and we've been together for so long that when he tells me, hey, you're doing this wrong or you need to look here on this read, I listen up because, he knows me well and he also knows the offense.
I think more people know your 2-point conversion run better than your touchdown run last year because of the high five afterwards.
Yeah, no question. And the touchdown run came against Idaho State, which, no discredit to them, but it wasn't the biggest game. That game was well in hand when that touchdown came. So it's all about making plays. It's all about, scoring when it counts. And, again, if those numbers invert and I get the ball in the end zone more with my feet, then it's all I care about is scoring. If it's me or if it's Michael Easter, Dave Foote, or Cody or Ross or Marcus or JD, Yona, Austin, Richard, it doesn't matter to me. Let's get the ball across that goal line.
Now, ever since our media day interview, a lot of people have been talking about Riley's crock pot. Still getting some reps in the kitchen?
Are they really?
At least at BYU TV, it's come up several times.
Good. Yeah. No. The invitation's still over. Maybe I'll make a little roast for Sunday dinner or something. But no, we're in fall camp. We get our meals provided for us, so luckily I don't have to worry about that too much. But now that you mention it, I will have to cook a meal for Sunday. So maybe come over for a nice pot roast. Throw some potatoes, onions, carrots in there. We'll get a nice little soup going. Then we'll grill some corn. You take the corn, you squeeze some lime on it, and then you put sea salt. Oh, it's the only way to eat corn on the cob. We'll do that this Sunday, yeah?
I'm from Indiana. I love corn on the cob.
All right, let's do it.
That's what it always is. Well, we were joking about, because this year we were talking about some of the challenging road games. We mentioned really the biggest challenge is Riley fitting his crock pot and his carry-on.
Yeah, no, hopefully you got to be careful going down to Atlanta. I don't know. In Indiana, they eat good. I imagine it's kind of fatty fried.
We can, depends. South of I-70, totally different than north of I-70.
Yeah.
So the good eating's south of I-70, yeah.
Where's South Bend? I don't even know.
South Bend is definitely north. That's more by Chicago.
Okay, so no, I'm all about on the road, man. Let's eat healthy. In fact, I wouldn't even eat crock pot stuff. I'd probably, bake some chicken and maybe steam some asparagus with some brown rice before a game. You want to be eating as clean as you can before a game. So I won't have to worry about the crock pot then.
Okay, your house Sunday, my hotel room before the road games.
Awesome.
Good eating.
It's a deal.
All right, thanks, Riley.
Thank you.